garage. That's where sutecas just gets slapped. And now the A site's where they're looking to take it.
Through the legs of the turret. It doesn't get much unluckier than that, but now we're going to see the push, the dash, straight in towards the back of the site. It is that 1v1 that ends in Link's favor, but the trades not going too badly. The problem now, though, is the time. 12 seconds to try and get that plant in, and the second it begins, we're going to see the push start going back in towards the site. Already Kryptix shutting down one. It's left onto Sacy. He needs to find all three. And Jamppi, well, it's not quite the 4K of the last pistol round, but you know what? I think 3 will do this time. Find it with the divides coming out from Astra as well to sneak their way into the back of sites. Well, they've destroyed it. So there's not going to be any gate crashing into the back of the site. Instead, they're just going to have to walk in like a normal person.
Clearly, you don't know Vikings. Let's see how their interpretation is. Oh, look at that. The barrel. I don't think it was spotted on our screen. It seems so obvious, but on theirs, not so much. FRZ able to drop one, but immediately after, bodies start hitting the floor for Vikings. They answer back. They get the sight and a plant, but look at the HP. Less than half. No armor as well on any of these players for Vikings. The drop out of heaven from Scream could be huge. The flash is there. The drop right after. There's the first. But soulcas falls. Scream in with more. He knows that sutecas is towards short. Exactly where is unknown. He clears out now. Focus. Cyber focused on this position. He could be tucked in the close left corner, but down on the short itself, the step is heard. But sutecas actually still not set up great for the next buy round. And right now, it was looking to be before Scream came in with a quick shot to saadhak, putting it back into a 4v4. 50 seconds on the clock. Spike to be planted, and a retake with these kind of weapons is never going to be ideal. But it's all about damage here. Getting 2 to 3 kills is the objective for Liquid, and it's still very much plausible.
Yeah, the only issue I have is that the weaponry they currently have is just not going to give them any angles to get back into the site. You don't have anyone who can just jump around the corner with an SMG or maybe a judge, as we've seen many a time. Scream still making it costly, and more importantly for him, this has now earned him his res. One of the most powerful ultimates we have in this game, dropping a lot of weaponry while he does it. Now saving this into the next round, however, probably not going to be worth it. So I imagine just not trying to give that over to his opponent. May even want to just die to the spike.
Yeah, that's it. You see him there. He looks for a weapon so he can escape away. But home, because I think this is the first time we're seeing this in the series we've cast on, but obviously it's happened in the other games, is that if you survive the round, you don't get as much money. You're 1k down.
But it is still going to be a retake advantage. I'm just looking at that gate crash, though. Does GTN decide to use it and get him behind?
No, it's gone. It's been heard on the way through. There's the flash pop to allow a little bit of aggression, but they don't get the kill that they want off this Liquid. Still with the man advantage, happy to just trade out one after another. That's not quite a trade there, Link, but he drops down feeling the confidence and catches the headshot, allowing the defuse to come on through. That will be 2-2. Liquid tying it up here. Not letting it run. Oh, the recon in actually is blocked by a beam up above, allowing soulcas to get himself 1 kill right off the bat. That's a small oversight in the lineup that leaves, well, an opening duel towards Liquid at very, very low cost, with it being the judge. Not how you want the round to start out.
Now, saadhak, I think the reason we see him actually switch up the agent here is because they love to try and use those cypher cams more for information play, like just to try and get them in. As you can see here, trying to spot anybody within the pit. Aggression from Scream actually doesn't go his way. Now, considering the weaponry that's involved for Vikings in this round, a free rifle, they'll take that all day long.
Oh, the ulti to delay right after. Oh, that's so good. So they don't have positions. Now they're able to push out. You're going to see Kryptix on the site. Link able to grab himself one. Kryptix barely makes it away. He was tagged up by that drone. Made it around the corner before they could do a lot of damage. The rotates, they love it, man. They love their fakes, but this time Team Liquid are wise to it. With soulcas having a judge, he's not as willing to give up this position, and the spike is going alone through garage. Why is the spike going alone through garage? Well, okay, they've thrown that round away very, very quickly. Any hope they had, and they actually would have had the C site, just boom, it's gone.
Yeah, this is starting to get painful because this has happened a few times now. We saw it again on Ascent where they actually rotate into Jamppi, where he's just waiting for them to go for these plays. As said, it feels like Liquid have done their research on these sort of late round 30, 40-second rotations that come in from Vikings. Isn't even alive, so they definitely don't have that. And there's no res to give them an even keel in this round. So gonna almost take a mistake, I feel, from Vikings to give them a chance back into this one.
Yeah, I'm with you there. This is Vikings round on lockdown. There's another kill to pretty much secure it. At this point, I think Liquid are probably starting to think about exiting and bringing these weapons through to the next round. And you can see the very quick body language moving towards the B site. They're out. They don't want to compete for this anymore. Sacy hears it, though. That information fed to his teammates very, very quickly. If you listen to how quickly the spike is ticking, I think they've got time to wrap into this site and do some damage. Certainly Sacy does. He wasn't expected to be that close, but thanks to the Phantom, even jumping up on the box didn't cost Jamppi his life. That did, though. Not quite looking the right way. Gotta look both ways when you cross.
Vikings punishing, at least dropping one gun. We'll see if there's actually enough finances for Liquid pinning pick, rotate back over to that C site, and because it's been negated now a few times by Liquid, absolutely no one there.
This is where the larger game starts to take a role. We're into another buy round. soulcas still on that weak weapon, right? He's got the judge in hand. Are they going to expect it? Yes, but they run right into it still. The spacing not there for the trade. Another caught off guard towards A long. This is a disaster. Vikings putting their economy on the line to try and take the lead out of Liquid's hands. And yet the Horsies are taking the lead by the looks of it. If this round keeps playing out, Link tucked up close. This could be more than one even. He catches sutecas. He didn't even know he was there. In an attempt to pursue saadhak, he finishes off beautifully with a headshot. That's a disaster for Vikings. A round where they only really take one aim duel, it feels like, and that's this for FRZ, which is quickly quenched. Oh my God. There's almost no worse round fights. I've seen here in Masters a little bit more respect there, a little bit of slower play from him. It looks like they've started to teach him discipline on top of that raw skill he's got.
Interesting. This was looking like more of a retake setup, but soulcas wanting to try and get back into the site. He's got the pop flashes.
Oh, the
orbital strike combined with it as well. They don't stand a chance. That is beautiful from Liquid. The flash couldn't have been better from soulcas. This is the agent we want to see him playing. But the timing of that strike, no chance for Vikings. 2 players left, 25 seconds. Spike down, Mitch. How do you get out of this one?
You don't get out of this one, Tom. This is done and dusted. Surely a 5 versus 2. If you had 2 judges, you're good. But no. Oh, man. 15 seconds. It's all about how much damage they can do, really, yeah, and possibly saving the weapon. But no, not even in question. A flawless round coming out from Team Liquid, and their economy now put in a prime position by the Prime Gaming flawless round. I'm blown away.
To do that. Like every piece of utility used in that round by Liquid was on point. I'm sure the desk is already sat there going like, we're going to break that round down because it's just the perfect round from Liquid.
I'm with you, Tom, 100%. This round here, well, it's probably not going to be a perfect round from Vikings considering what they're dealing with, and that is just nasty, man. Put out the Trailblazer, bite him, give him a little bit of a stun, then swing in for the kill. And it's like the fact that you coordinate that with Scream as well, right? Because soulcas is the one using the utility. It's almost like an extra flash in a way when it's jumping in their face and stunning them like that. Liquid looking to just double down on that economic advantage that they already have. And for Vikings, I do like that they're taking this round super slow. Obviously, the fights that they've taken didn't really work out for them. The one in window and then in towards the garage. But too many teams just throw these rounds away, right? When you're on those weaker weapons, you know? They'll just barrel in for faster strategy. And it can work. But Vikings are showing that extra depth from what we saw on the previous map of slowing it down to look for those picks, as unsuccessful as it is.
Well, they now got 15 seconds, so unless they're planning on winning this one in a very short amount of time, unfortunately, the only thing they can really hope to do is die, because you don't want to just have some poorer weaponry saved. They actually managed to turn this into a doable position, though. Spike going to be planted, a 2 versus 3. They've retrieved the Phantom as well, and the operator from Jamppi needs to connect, and well, before I can even finish the sentence, he's landed the shot. It's left on to Sacy. He needs to put that board power to use as he looks to rotate in from behind. Neither player realizing he's there, although Link has turned around and the
Nothing to play with after this round, whereas Liquid, they are rolling in credits.
Oh, this is fast. They're doing the same again. This is the dimensional drift straight in. It's going to almost be that distraction play. Now, he could just opt to try and stick this one and almost fight him, and that's exactly what he does! Kryptix is expecting the TP away, and instead GTN goes, you know what, I'm just going to fight you. Now, they've lost a player on the rotation, but they have got the sight now, Mitch.
Even sprayed down his own teammate as well. Wants the extra damage. But yeah, that's a very good entry. And the ulti, well, it's not gone well afterwards, has it? TPing back, trying to get the flank. And sometimes you can look for too much impact in a round. That's what we just saw happen there. saadhak not going to be blinded. The timing is good on that swing as he catches soulcas off guard. Another trade in for Vikings to put them back into the 2v2. Time is on their side, but the man advantages are no more. And Sacy has been spotted down towards long. The Hunter's Fury activated, but they're still going to get it halfway. There it is, firing in for a little bit more, but he needs the kill, and it's being watched. Oh, but he got it, and the time is too low. He's actually won the round.
Like the spike might have done the majority of the work there, but Vikings get it over the line.
Oh, they'll get a little bit, but there is a second player here to support Link, getting his time to shine on this B-side defense, and he's being spotted and taken down real quick, but that's the spike. Luckily, the trade is there immediately. Vikings realizing that they've left the president back there, and they've got to go protect him. Now, left out, locked out of this B site, Team Liquid try to go back in and find some space, but FRZ backside just too strong, leaving Jamppi alone. He has a lockdown, but unlikely to use it. Even going to the sheriff in case he gets double peeked on. This is going to be a tough one to get into because there's two players. We've seen him do this with the no scopes before, but the trade is immediately there from Sacy. 6-5.
The attack in a lot of ways. Like you see Jamppi having to do an awful lot with opening picks, just like we've seen in this round.
Oh, up and over we go. FRZ looking to style on them. Jamppi's the one to pick up the kill, though. Normally the Jet on the other side of it, but he's making it work. An operator coming in to clear out garage and hoping he finds another victim. All three players outside of it right now. But the B side is going to be where Vikings look to take it. They've already suffered heavy casualties in this final round. It's time to throw themselves at it. Everything they've got. There's a res, lockdown, orbital strike. So much to work with, and Scream only gets the one from that. It looked like so much more. FRZ
That happened.
shut down.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it could have been more. Aspiri's continuing in that lower bracket.
Oh, great info on the jump from the Wolf in the end. It spots out both players in towards the back, but the duels just don't seem to be going Liquid's way until soulcas somehow sneaks up beside them. Kryptix with the trade to put it all onto sutecas. Pushed out by that snake bite. He was just on the edge of the smoke. He thought that was his timing to move, but no.
That is currently available for Vikings. It's probably not going to happen.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, you never know with the sheriffs in play. I want to believe. I want to believe in at least a couple of kills, and that's the benchmark for Vikings right now. Sadly not working on the flank. Sadly not working on the front play, but they can still slow it down because they've got exits covered, right? They're happy to die to the spike in the end. It makes no difference to them, right? Yeah, one ult torp here or there, but your opponents get them as well. Sacy falls, and there it is. GTN, as I said, he had that exit covered. He pushed up behind. Now he's gotten himself a frag. He's gotten himself a Spectre, and from Liquid, they did not want to fall. They wanted to keep their weapons. That
Right
means
at the back of it, saadhak just trying his best to survive. Jamppi, he's got a perfect lurk position as well. Already cutting off one of the rotations. saadhak, though, he's doing a damn good job. Somehow he's still surviving at the back of the site, and his teammate even comes in to help. But the trades come in thick and fast, leaving it into a 2v2. Spike will be planted, but there is still a chance for the Vikings.
Oh, there absolutely is. They could be sailing through with a victory right here. That snakebite going to slow down the plans, though. Bit of a wrench in the works. And as Team Liquid, both players on the site, orb goes up. Oh, man. I mean, this is a worst-case scenario, really. All that Viper utility there holding you back. They're going to put the TP through. That will have been heard by Kryptix, though. They'll be ready for it. A flash you would expect to come on in, but they don't have one to play with. They've got to just go in for the peaks on this, and Kryptix takes them out. That is nasty towards the B site, sure, but it also got Yoru to take his teleport into spawn and rotate to A side of B. That was where they wanted to mount the retake from. So it ended up actually stopping him from being able to, because he was playing outside garage, to be able to support the C side instantly. That could have been Jet and Yoru there to actually stop them, and maybe things would have went their way. So I think the fake was actually pretty huge for them right there. This round is irrelevant, in case people are wondering, you know, oh, but they just got kills. We're not talking about it. They got pistols. Again, we set these expectations time and time again, but when you're this deep into the half, tier 3 kills, it's going to do nothing for you. Oh, no!
Oh, how could you?
That's just rude, man. That's just so rude.
How dare you, Jamppi? We were having a nice, clean game in these sort of scenarios, but he's actually going to get forced off the angle. He does have a little bit of support, but in fact, the peak comes back out. It's traded by GTN, but they need to clear some of these players before they can go for the plant. Sacy might be able to sneak around this as well, and a chance to double up for Sacy. But again, the trades come back thick and fast, and Jamppi from behind. He's going to leave 10 seconds on the clock for the spike to go down.
Last chance to hold on to this, Tom. I mean, if you're Vikings right now, you're pulling Nano Swarm, and probably, not for a fake, actually. They're going to commit to it. You've already used your Hunter's Fury, so you don't have that for this round. There's no way you can really counter this other than getting in there, and instead, they're going to get out of there, pulling back and moving out of the site. There's the flank coming through for 1 kill. It's Kryptix that falls. That's a big blow to Team Liquid's post-plan setup, but they're still able to win these duels. Scream gets a flash pop for him and swings into Sacy, but Sacy full blind, still gonna kill, keeping a small thread of hope for Vikings to hold on to. Jamppi out towards short. They try to bait a peek in, but they need to go for this plant now. It has to be stuck, and Scream is going to get safe to make that happen. The spams are off by an inch, and that is a sad situation for Vikings as Scream closes it with a beautiful 4K, 13-5. Vikings will be going out of Masters as Team Liquid move on in the bracket. What a great showing from them. 2-0, taking down what is widely considered to be the strongest team in Brazil right now.